My name is Naoya Toyosaki, 30. I just started working at my dream company today. I'm Toyosaki, nice to meet you. I greeted everyone in a clear voice and they clapped.
Toyosaki-kun always came to us for sales, so you probably know him. From today, he's one of us. Take care of him.
Toyosaki-san, nice to see you. Let's work hard.
This is Miku Fujisawa. She always spoke kindly to me when I would come here. She was 2 years younger than me, but she was my senpai at work. I bowed my head. Fujisawa-senpai, I hope you teach me a lot.
Senpai? Me? Senpai?
She was a year in. I was her first kohai. Her eyes sparkled, and she puffed up proudly.
You two, stop wasting time and start working. I won't forgive even a 1-minute delay on the schedule.
This is Kanako Juzen. She was a workaholic and a perfectionist. She was tough on herself and others.
Juzen-san, you don't have anything else to say to the newcomer?
Do I need to? We already know each other. Work comes first.
She spoke bluntly to our superior officer and headed to work.
Sorry, Toyosaki. She's always like that, so don't worry about it.
No, she isn't wrong. Thank you for the kind words.
Ho ho ho, you're so energetic. It makes me energized. About your work, I want you to take care of some of Fujisawa's clients.
Okay, I'll try my best. The next day, I went out with Fujisawa to see her clients. So that's what happened. I'll be your representative starting today. Whoa, seriously? I'm worried. This is Takeru Saikawa. I've known him since childhood. He's always been like this. I never cared though, and smiled at him. I'll do my best. Damn. Your voice is always loud. How annoying. Takeru ran a restaurant. There were handmade items for sale in the corner. You get to enjoy handmade crafts and tea at the same time. It's my pride and joy. Hey, this is not your shop. Don't say it like that. Sorry, but I'm a regular here. I'm happy to be able to help you. Actually, help me before you say that.
But you're amazing. You know so many people. On the way here, a bunch of shop owners kept calling out to you.
Naoya, you switched jobs? Good luck!
Really? If we meet, we're friends. Fujisawa-chan, is he really gonna be in charge of this place?
Yes, I'm handing over a few of my clients to him.
Maybe I'll change suppliers.
What? Takeru, wait! I'll do anything, okay? Just don't!
Shut up! Lower the volume.
Huh? Are they friends?
We haven't changed. Takeru didn't really like me. But I respected him and thought of him as a friend. And as an important client of ours. Tch! Toyosaki, give me your arm. Huh? Okay. Takeru took out a sewing kit from his pocket. He used it to put a button back on my sleeve. You just switched jobs and your suit button's coming off. What are you doing out there?
Takeru, you're a genius!
That was so fast! You've always been good with your hands, thank you! You're too much! Do your job and leave! I was super motivated at my new job. I worked hard.
Toyosaki, why do you have to talk about the weather on a call with a client? You waste so much time. Be more efficient.
Sorry. It's cold, so I wanted to tell them to take care.
That's not your job. Toyosaki, do you know what time it is? You said you'd go home before 5 p.m.
I was talking to a client and it ended now.
You must have been making small talk.
Sorry.
Juzen-san, Toyosaki told me he would be late, so you don't have to get mad.
I was yelled at almost every day. The people around me had to defend me. I understand how that senpai feels. One day, that's what Takeru told me. Maybe she doesn't like me. You're too carefree. I've been annoyed with you for years. Oof, sorry. But you're still my friend. You're so nice. That's what I'm saying. You always followed me around like an idiot. What's with your lunch being wrapped in a dirty rag? So weird. Whoa, your lunch bag is so cool. Show me. Huh? Hey, don't look. Give it. You were so annoying. Takeru whispered. What was he thinking about?
Toyosaki-san, you've always been strong mentally.
One day, I just finished my work at Takeru's place around noon. I asked Fujisawa-san for lunch at Takeru's. She was in disbelief. You make it sound like a good thing. He's just an unaware dumbass. You're right.
Toyosaki-san, do you realize you're being made fun of?
He made fun of me, but he served us well.
Whoa, such cute plates!
Yeah, our plates are all made by artists. They're all nice. Whoa, handmade stuff has such warmth. I love it. You always did terribly in home EC classes though. The bag you made in class was horrible. You can't even do the simple steps. Whoa, why is my thing over there? Don't say it like that. You can't even do that. Here, give it. My thing always gets lost. Like that. My thing is lost. You're so dumb.
Wait, stop! My stomach hurts.
Even then, you got mad, but you did it for me. Thank you, Takeru. Takeru was remembering another memory from her past. I saw your lunch bag and tried to make it, but it isn't good. Takeru's eyes widened. You? Why? Since then, our relationship started changing slowly. Takeru, the materials you told me about the other day. Huh? You already found them? You looked for the right ones? Of course, I found something you'd like. This one. I handed Takeru the papers and switched into work mode. You're so airheaded, but sometimes I hate it. I wouldn't know what Takeru was thinking then. 6 months since I switched jobs. I was going out to my clients on my own now. I had new clients and was working hard.
It's hard. Ow!
Are you okay? Ow! At lunch, Fujisawa and I were suing, but we were both clumsy.
But it's unexpected. In work mode, you can do your job. You're good at building relationships. It's an advantage.
What? Really?
Yeah, but you suck at sewing. But that makes you relatable.
Then I'm glad. Ow!
We're gonna turn into needle pillows at this point.
A cold voice spoke out to us.
So annoying. The cafeteria is still a workplace. Can you not make a scene?
Juzen-san. Sorry, we were loud. Juzen has been more irritable than usual lately.
Your voices make my head hurt. Go somewhere else if you're gonna talk. You don't have to say it like that.
Fujisawa tried to speak up, but I stopped her. Fujisawa-san, if we talk here, it might bother people. Juzen-san, we're sorry. We'll leave. I thought it would get messy if we did anything here, so I bowed my head.
Just go.
I excused us and led Fujisawa away. She looked dissatisfied.
What? So annoying. Acting nice to everyone, always smiling.
Someone came up to her quietly. It was our department head.
Juzen-san, may I? We got a call from one of your clients. You explained the paperwork you prepared and didn't listen to anything they had to say.
That day, I had another appointment.
She tried to make an excuse, but the kind department head frowned. She was told off.
What? Why aren't things working out? Yeah, that day, before I left that guy. Toyosaki stopped me and handed me extra papers.
I took care of one of Juzen's clients and prepared paperwork for her.
That messed up my schedule. I'm not wrong. I've always been perfect. Ugh, it's all your fault. Now you're Toyosaki.
What Juzen was thinking then? I had no idea until the incident a few months later. Next month, we are hosting a handmade craft class. A few days later, I was talking with Takeru about the materials we need. The materials you found last time weren't bad. I wanna use those too. Okay, so this. And do we need more of this? Yeah, we need a lot of those. The amount... Takeru was less insulting when we talked about work. I took Takeru's order, the day the order arrived. Huh? There's not enough?
Yes, the amount you told me doesn't match what arrived at all.
After I came back, the office was in a frenzy. They were looking at me with concern. What? I have to go to Takeru? To Saikawa-san now? This will cause trouble for Takeru. I felt the blood leave my face.
Toyosaki-kun, this is your responsibility. You're always laughing. You must not be doing your job. Wait, why is that the conclusion? Toyosaki-san always thinks about his clients. He's not the type to do a bad job. I don't know. He always talks about useless things with his clients. Now he's making mistakes.
Maybe she wasn't wrong. I'm sorry. I'll do something. Fujisawa headed to Takeru's with what we had. Juzen was also there, even though she usually never was.
Saikawa-sama, we're sorry for the trouble that Toyosaki has caused. Because of a mistake he made, some products didn't arrive.
Takeru looked at the products and thought for a while. That's not good. We need them for the class. He's pretty airheaded. I see. He made a mistake.
Saikawa! Yes, we've got our hands full with him.
I understand. I've known him since childhood, so I know him well. Airheaded, ditzy, careless, steamroller, unaware. Juzen nodded and smiled. And he works harder than anyone else. That's the Naoya I know.
Yes. Wait, what?
You seem to dislike Tosaki a lot. Are you the senpai he was talking about? Tosaki always worked harder than anyone. He's strong and kind. That's why he was annoying. Studying, sports, he never gives up. Even if he's pushed away, he chases after. That's why people are drawn to him. They trust him. That's how he is. The childhood that was etched into his memory. It was a kind of bittersweet story. It was the time I made my own lunch bag after seeing Takeru's. Why? You don't have to make it. Have someone else do it. Why? My mom's dead. My dad is busy with work. If I ask, he would buy it for me, but... The 2 lunch bags that my mom made for me, they're my treasured objects. I had been using them for 5 years. It was the one Takeru had called a dirty rag. Takeru apologized to me and learned sewing from his mom. He wanted to make up for it. He learned sewing by hand and by machine. He made a lot of stuff for me. Here, I made it for practice. I don't want it, so take it. Takeru, thank you. That's why I still respected Takeru, even though he sounded harsh. I've watched Naoya work hard to survive. You don't know anything. Don't say things based on your first impression. I won't forgive you if you make fun of him. Only I can. She probably didn't think she would be yelled at like this. She fell silent. You'll see. He doesn't give up. It was I, Naoya Toyosaki, that entered the door. Takeru, sorry. Here's the stuff. My shoulders were heaving. I handed Takeru a box of stuff. I had tripped and scraped my knee, but I didn't care. Huh, you're late, dummy. Sorry.
Why? There's no way. That product is only available through my father's company. So why? No way. Because it's Toyosaki.
Fujisawa sounded different. Josen froze. I see. If it's your dad's company, you can do whatever you want?
What?
I learned that Juzen had done this when I went to the manufacturer. After I had placed the order, Juzen had told her father that we didn't need it anymore.
Toyosaki, I'm sorry. You were so kind to me, and this happened.
I knew Juzen's father from my previous job. He believed my story and helped me out.
No way. Why would my dad believe you and not his own daughter? That's not right. Toyosaki-san always takes his time to build connections with his clients. What you called a waste of time is what made him who he is. It's all because it was Toyosaki, that's all. What? My plan was perfect.
Juzen fell to her knees. The next day, the craft class went well. It was a day off, so I went with Fujisawa.
Everyone looks happy.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get the materials. The participants' laughter and Takeru's smile, I smiled too. When I heard the sounds of the sewing machine, I remembered something.
Naokun! Mommy made this for you. It's your favorite fire truck.
Yay! So cool! Thanks, Mommy! I had cried about going to kindergarten, so my mom had made it for me. My mom only started sewing after she became a mom. She tried hard, so it was filled with love. After learning that, in 4th grade, Takeru... You're so clumsy! I'll do it, so be thankful! Takeru started sewing for me back then. Huh? Why are you staring? Nothing. Thanks, Takeru. Huh? I don't get it. Oh yeah, I wanted to give this to you. I took something out of my bag and handed it to Takeru. I made this. It's pretty cute, right? I had been sewing with Fujisawa to give this to him. What is this? It's so bad. Oof. Ignore some of the weird parts. I felt sad, but Takeru took it from me. I had filled it with my gratitude for Takeru. I just wanted him to know. So bad. He turned his back to me, so I didn't hear him the second time. I got into sewing because of you. I'll never tell you though. And I would not also see the smile he had on his face. After that, Juzen was thoroughly scolded by our department head.
You have high standards and you can't accept others. Perfect? No, you're small-minded. Your father is quite angry, and so are we.
I'm sorry.
Her plan was supposedly perfect. She wouldn't be caught by cameras or leave a trail. All the paperwork was taken care of at her father's company. It was a serious matter. Juzen was fired.
Daddy, I thought he'd believe me.
Her father also took it seriously and banned her from their house. What choices will this perfectionist make from here on out? No one knows yet. As for me, I was wearing a new suit. It was lunchtime.
Wait, that's a nice suit. Did you just get it?
Takeru made it! He's so good! He can make suits! He noticed that my suit was ripped after I tripped that day. He's so vigilant.
How does he know your measurements?
What? Wait, how does he...
Toyosaki-san! No, Naoya! I like you! I won't lose to Takeru!
What? What? Wait, why Takeru?
You're so unaware. I like you. Please go out with...
Shut up! Do that somewhere else! I never felt like I worked hard on my own, but others saw it. I want to live a happy life with the people I care about.
Money is power. Without it, one is powerless. I realized this when I was still counting my age on my fingers. Am I useless because I'm just a child? I can't do anything. My beloved grandfather passed away in his 60s. He suffered from a serious illness that couldn't be treated. That illness wasn't covered by subsidies, and we were too poor to afford treatment. Mom, I'm gonna become rich one day. I swear I will. I don't want to regret anything ever again.
Icha.
And so within me, Itachi Katahara, a strong obsession with money took root. It's early in the day, but it's so hot. About 20 years later, at 27, I was watering the front of a restaurant in my hometown, a port town in Miyagi. This restaurant was built by an acquaintance a few years ago, but he retired due to an injury, and I took over. I thought I had forgotten about loyalty and duty, but in the end, I was also saved by my connections with others. There are other relatively new buildings in this town, and now, as a tourist spot, it attracts a fair number of visitors.
Oh, look who it is. If it isn't the loser who came crawling back from Tokyo.
Huh? It's you. The one mocking me is my younger brother, Tateo Katahara. He now works at a branch of a major company and lives in Sendai. What? I didn't hear anything about you coming home today.
I don't have to tell you everything. I don't consider you family since you're just a bad example to me.
The way you say that is really annoying.
Oh, is this Tateo's older brother? You used to run a shop in Tokyo until last year, didn't you?
A woman I don't recognize peeks out from beside Tateo. I assume she's his girlfriend.
That's right. But he found out running it and came crawling back. What a loser, right?
Just what I'd expect from someone with low education. Nice to meet you. I'm Tateo's fiancée, Dahlia Kurokawa.
Thanks for the introduction. As expected, I gave a dismissive reply. My brother has always had a tendency to look down on me, but what he says is true. Right after graduating high school, I moved to Tokyo. I worked at a restaurant while aiming to become a chef. I opened my own shop in a shopping district, but within a few years, sales declined, and I had no choice but to close it. I guess cutting corners here and there was a mistake, but with the rising costs, the profits were just too low. So I returned to my hometown for a fresh start, and a few months later, I took over the current restaurant at the request of an acquaintance.
Graduating from college and working for a company made me as different from you as night and day. Maybe you should take a dose of my success, huh? Here. Gah! Gah!
Then, the crows, who had been bathing nearby, suddenly got angry and attacked Teo.
What the heck? What's with this bird?
They come by often when I'm watering. They're pretty smart, you know.
I don't want to hear that. Ouch! Wait, stop! Damn it, you'll pay for this!
And so my brother and his fiancée were driven away by the crows in a rather strange outcome. A few days later, while I was preparing the restaurant for its opening...
Caw, caw.
Huh? The crows are angry? Did something happen?
I'm sorry.
When I looked up at a large tree a little further away, I saw a woman who had climbed it and was being attacked by crows. Hey miss, there's a crow's nest up there. The fledglings are still a bit slow to leave.
What? Really? Ow, ow, ow.
Crows usually don't attack people, but when they're protecting their chicks, they become aggressive.
Thank you so much. You ended up having to get it for me.
She was in bad shape, so I had no choice but to let her recover in the restaurant. Her hair was a mess.
I never expected the pendant to get caught in the tree when I fell.
That's quite a situation. But I guess it's partly my right and left minister's fault.
Right? Left?
The names of the crows. They have a rather pompous look, don't they? Well, they're not really my pets, though.
I'm Nohagi Matsushima. I recently returned from the Tokyo area and I'm currently job hunting.
I'm Itachi Katahara. I also came back from Tokyo about half a year ago, so... Before I could continue, her stomach let out a loud, cheerful growl. Oh dear, how about we eat something before we continue talking?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your work.
It's fine, the restaurant isn't open yet, and I haven't even decided on the menu. Oh, that's right, I received some salmon as a gift from a neighbor earlier. Can you wait a moment? Remembering that, I took out some fresh salmon and salmon roe from the fridge. Miyagi's salmon is famous after all. Since you're here, you should have some local food. First, remove the skin and bones from the salmon, then slice it thinly. Simmer the salmon in soy sauce, sugar, mirin, and dashi, then carefully remove the fillets once cooked. Rinse the salmon roe in water, then quickly blanch it. Simmer it briefly in the salmon broth, then drain the water. This process removes the fishy smell. Then, use the leftover broth to cook the rice.
Wow, you're really good at this.
I did run a restaurant after all. Now, just plate the rice and arrange the salmon and roe on top. Here you go, a traditional harako meshi, a dish that dates back to the time of Lord Date Masamune. The tender salmon, glistening roe, and rice packed with umami. It's simple but delicious.
Wow, the sweet soy sauce and seafood smell so good. I can't wait to...
No jumping ahead of the line! At the same time, the door swings open forcefully, an older man coming in. Even though the restaurant isn't officially open yet. Itachi, have you decided when you'll open the restaurant? We've been waiting and waiting, and then the smell started wafting out.
Geez, you old man. Pipe down. Itachi-chan, how are you today? Oh, I brought some summa bread as a treat.
The neighbors, who have been looking out for me since I was a kid, are even more enthusiastic now. What's this? A pretty young lady. Itachi, when did you get married? Without telling me first. It's not like that. Seriously, stop causing a fuss all the time.
Young lady, this guy here is a catch. He's a good boy and he's mellowed out and brightened up compared to before. Did you see that smile? I hadn't seen it until recently. Come on, Itachi-chan. Show us again. Come on.
Would you like a grilled rice ball? Yay, I'll buy them all. Maybe I softened up from all this good-natured meddling by the neighbors, who kept me from becoming a bitter and jaded man in Tokyo. A few days after all that commotion, Nohagi continued to visit me regularly. Fresh Pacific Sauri is in season, but other places will likely feature it too, so the price will be high.
But tourists would be happy, right? It's a local specialty.
Oh, you're right. But why are you tagging along? Aren't you job hunting?
I am.
I want to work at your restaurant, Katahara-san. I'm aiming to be your first employee.
Go job hunting! Not long after, my restaurant opened. Business was good, but the earnings weren't quite up to what I made at my peak in Tokyo. Unlike me, who was all about work, my brother Tateo was getting married to his girlfriend, holding their wedding ceremony.
Tateo, today I'm the happiest woman in the world. From now on, I'll support your family.
Thank you, Dahlia. Since you'll be at home, I'll be bringing in the money like crazy. If you want to make money, having a good education and working for a big company is essential. Stability, security, and benefits. Everything's covered. Somebody's big brother is self-employed and failed, didn't he? Isn't that right, you poor little business owner?
This is sea urchin and potato mousse, and this sea urchin is from Yato Island. Wow, I want to serve this at my place.
Don't be so focused on the food at a family wedding, you workaholic.
Huh? Oh, congrats. By the way, can I talk to the chef here, please?
I invited you out of spite, but you don't even care.
Suddenly, a man behind Tateo bursts into laughter. Despite his voice, he seems to be in his 50s.
I didn't know Katahara's brother was such a funny guy. Sorry for interrupting. I missed the earlier greeting when I stepped out, so I came over.
Rifa-san, I'm sorry for the embarrassment.
After introducing ourselves, I looked at the business card he handed me. It seems he runs a restaurant in Sendai.
I do business with the company he works for. As a fellow restaurateur, I'd love to build a relationship with you.
That's a dream come true. I look forward to it. Thank you. Since then, Riff and I have been regularly exchanging information. Then, a few days later... What? You ordered too much by mistake?
Yes, it seems my son, who's in training, made a blunder. I'm really worried about his future.
Just then, Matsushima-san, who I recently hired as an employee, burst into the restaurant.
Katahara-san, due to the recent boom in port towns, several large groups are suddenly coming to this town.
Miraculous timing, but I can't miss this opportunity. Time to return the favor. Got it, we'll buy up all the surplus stock from the mistaken order.
Really? That'll be a huge help, but are you sure?
It's fine, leave it to me. Yoshida Seneshifer.
It's Rifu. You can't just mix everything together like that.
So I ended up purchasing a large amount of fish that his son had mistakenly ordered. With Matsushima-san's help, I managed to get through an unprecedentedly busy period. We sold everything, but the profits are still not great.
Huh? I thought it was selling really well.
In terms of revenue, yes. But running a business comes with all sorts of expenses, and being rich is still far away. I was frowning at the computer screen, and seeing me like that, Matsushima-san asked curiously,
I've been wondering, Katahara-san, why do you want to be rich?
Why? Because it's necessary? But do you also think I'm greedy for money, Matsushima-san?
No, I don't. Money is important after all.
Her gentle smile carried a hint of sadness, and her unexpected expression made me catch my breath.
When I was a child, my parents lost their jobs due to certain circumstances, and I was sent to live with my uncle in the city. They thought it would be too hard for me to stay with them. My aunt and uncle couldn't have children of their own, so...
I see. That must have been tough. The pendant she accidentally got caught in the tree earlier was a precious gift from her parents.
I couldn't forget the air of my hometown. I'm grateful to my uncle, but I wanted to be with my parents again. I've struggled with my feelings for my uncle and my parents. That might be why I fell in love with you.
Nohagi's face suddenly got close to mine. The pleasant scent of soap gently filled the air. You fell in love? Wait, with me? But why?
I admired your straightforwardness, Katahara-san. It felt like you were cheering me on to stick to my principles, so...
Hey, Itachi! I just ran into Nohagi-chan's parents, and they wanted to see where she works. So I brought them. What happened here?
Nothing at all. Knocked over in my chair, I remained down for quite a while. And so the seasons passed, and before I knew it, 3 years had gone by. People change a lot during that time. My brother was no exception.
Sorry, Mom. Things are tough right now. Even just a little. Please, lend me some money.
Tateo was trying to borrow money from our mother. It seemed he was struggling with his life.
I heard about it. You made a big mistake at work half a year ago and got fired, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me sooner? But sorry, we're getting old and forgetful, so I've left the money management to Icha.
What? You've entrusted all the family's money to my brother? Why would you do that?
Because he knows a lot about money. Even though he loves it, he's not greedy or dishonest, so I trust him. He's the kind of kid who would return money that a crow picked up to the police.
In the end, Mom told him, if you want to borrow money, you'll have to get your brother's approval. So it seems Tateo reluctantly complied.
Why do I have to go too? You can go by yourself.
Shut up. It's your fault for not working. We're supposed to help each other out when things are tough.
Over the past few years, their relationship has deteriorated, and they were heading to my restaurant while arguing.
Don't be so high and mighty. Isn't your brother's restaurant open right now?
As if anyone would go to a place like that. I bet it's empty right now.
As soon as Tateo opened the door, he was shocked to see the restaurant packed with people.
Ah, welcome. Sorry, we're full right now. Oh, Tadeo-kun, Dahlia-san?
They stood there in shock as Matsushima, no, now Katahara no Hagi, greeted them cheerfully. She and I had gotten married 2 years ago. Running the restaurant together, our bond grew deeper, and recently, people started calling us the ideal couple.
Why is this restaurant so packed? The interior is so nice now, too. What?
Wait, why do they look so happy? I didn't know about this.
It's rare to see you eating out. This is probably because the second branch we opened in Sendai did so well.
What? You opened a second branch?
Yeah, when Riff-san retired as a chef, he offered to let me take over his restaurant. His son could only manage one location, and he didn't want to sell the other one off, so he offered it to me. I've spent years building trust with him, so he reached out to me. It wasn't too hard to attract customers and hire staff.
The favor we did for the fish really came back around, like the old folk tale.
So, what happened to you? After getting fired, you couldn't find a job and came back home to beg for money?
How do you know that?
Rifu's restaurant was one of your company's clients. His son told me all about it.
Ugh!
On top of that, Tateo never planned financially. He probably didn't save up at all. It's really funny to think that you talk so big about stability and security while living like that.
I can't take it anymore. It's all your fault. You got fired for losing important documents, you've got a spending problem, and now we're in debt. You're the worst.
Finally, Dahlia's anger exploded, and she shouted emotionally. Tateo too became furious and joined in the argument.
You can't even do housework, and you refuse to get a part-time job. You're nothing but a burden.
What did you say?
The argument escalated, but since this was a restaurant during business hours, I lost my patience and kicked them out for the time being. So, what did you come here for in the end? After closing, I called them back and made them sit in Seiza. Then I asked their intentions again.
Well, it's...
We need money. Just getting by on living expenses leaves us in the red. We can't manage to save.
That's about what I expected. So, how much do you need?
1 million yen.
I see. I went to the back of the restaurant, retrieved some cash I had saved up, and brought it out.
Huh? But, brother...
You've got a family to take care of, but you got fired. You're jobless, you're asking for money, and you ended up crying to Mom. You idiot.
Ouch!
I smacked Tateo with a bundle of 10,000 yen bills. It was a literal cash slap.
Even Dad never hit me.
That's proof of how spoiled you've been. It's a brother's duty to straighten out a stupid sibling.
But, brother...
Of course, I'm your brother. I'm the eldest son of the Katahara family. So if it means keeping you out of the hands of loan sharks, I'll give you the money. Don't make Mom cry. Perhaps surprised by my declaration, Tateo was taken aback.
Well, why are you acting like a big brother now? You graduated high school and just left for Tokyo. You chose money over our family. That's why I decided I'd surpass you. That's why.
That's a misunderstanding.
My wife, Nohagi, who had been watching, spoke quietly.
He's been working all this time to protect his family. He told me that he went to Tokyo to make money. He worked while going to vocational school, became a chef, and even after opening his own restaurant, he kept working hard. Also, the family wouldn't have to struggle, and so you could go to university.
What?
Mom, I don't have anything I really want to study at university, so I'm gonna work right after graduation. I heard salaries are better in Tokyo, and I'll learn a lot there, so I think I'll go. When I graduated high school, my family was struggling even more. So, as an ordinary guy, I focused on earning money. I'll make sure to send money home, let Tateo go to university, but don't tell him about me.
But he's still so rebellious toward you, It-chan.
It's fine, I don't want him feeling guilty. If he acts out, I'll come back and smack him myself.
Why? Why didn't you tell me from the start? Why?
Because I knew it would make you lose confidence. I'm your big brother, I know you well. You're clumsy and a bit of a screw-up, but if you get pushed too far, you'll just break. That's why the only way you could protect your pride was by looking down on me. That's why I never told you, that's all. Unable to respond, Tateo was at a loss for words. His wife also fell silent. But now I have a new family. I have a wife, and we're expecting a baby in 6 months. That's why I want to expand the restaurant even more, to take care of my wife and child. Even if I get seriously ill, or want to become a doctor, or feel like running away far away. I want to be the kind of person who can say it'll be okay, and stand by them. That's why I'll keep working hard to make money. So, Tateo, helping you as a family ends here. Take this and leave. Tateo was stunned. After a while, he took the money and left.
Well, I guess life's full of ups and downs, huh?
Walking home, Dalia is startled as Tateo suddenly starts sobbing.
I've always wanted to surpass my brother, but in the end, I've been losing as a person all along.
Seeing Tateo's weak side, his wife could only stand there in stunned silence. A warm breeze with the scent of late summer passed between the two. In the end, Tateo got divorced and returned to his parents' house. As expected, Tateo lost all confidence and completely withdrew into his room.
I'm worthless. I'm worthless.
No matter how much his parents encouraged him, he didn't seem to want to get up. Seeing this, Shut up! If you're not sick, then get to work.
You hit me again.
Tateo, hit by his brother again, ended up getting a job at a food processing plant through one of my connections. Young man, harden your heart like your muscles, then nothing will hurt. Come, work with us.
Eek, please go easy on me.
It seems he's working hard, being pushed around by the senior employees in the sports club. So, the restaurant's doing well, thanks to Riff-san. Yeah, let's do this again sometime. I continue to live my life focused on work, and I plan to keep living in my hometown.
Caw!
What's up, Right Minister? You're in a good mood today. The pair of crows took to the sky. Feeling cheerful, I opened the door to the restaurant.
Oh, finally back!
Itashi-chan, it's your birthday today, right? Surprise!
The restaurant was modestly decorated, and my neighbors and friends greeted me with happy smiles. When did you do all this?
Of course!
Thanks to you, Itachi, the town has become even more lively. Today's a holiday, so let's celebrate.
My neighbors, who have always cared about me, made me want to cry with their warmth. Yeah, I really do love this place. As a child, I was devastated that I couldn't protect my family. A few years ago, I was desperate to earn money. That experience caused me to lose sight of my purpose, to distrust loyalty, and care only about efficiency and results. But meeting people, receiving their kindness, and their expectations reminded me of the importance of the heart. Some people might laugh at how hard I work for money, but I don't care. It's the choice I made to protect those I care about.
Welcome home, dear.
Yeah, I'm home. And Nohagi's arms was our new family member. I vowed to protect them for the rest of my life. I'm still clumsy, I love money, and I'm a workaholic. But I've decided to live my life in this place, with my wife and everyone else who accepts me for who I am.